The next Grow a Garden update has just been leaked. So if you guys could all stay tuned, you guys are not going to want to miss a single thing. I'm showing all of these leaks inside of this video right now. If you guys could all hit the like button, subscribe, and of course turn on those notifications so that gives you never miss a single upload of the channel. There's a single update inside of Grow a Garden Roblox. Bro. Those intros always got me sweating, bro. I always think of like how people around me like would react if they heard me doing the intro. They're like, listen to this goober, bro. So one thing, and the first thing that I need to go over real quick is this update right here. So of course we had the rat connoisseur where you can get a multitude of really cool items and stuff like that, including, you know, like the culinary chest, all right, and even the gourmet egg. However, guys, this stuff is likely going to be gone inside of the next update, all right? They usually have like a sort of event for 2 whole weeks and then they remove it. While sometimes they do keep certain eggs inside of the game, like the bee egg, which you can still get inside of the game. However, most of the stuff inside of this update will probably be gone. So if there are things inside this update that you do want, go and get them now while you still can. All right, so let's get into these leaks now, guys. We basically have this brand new Arctic egg here. All right, so if we look at this, all right, not only do we see that it is an egg, but it is also like a whole map design. You look all over the place, guys. There are this cool little like snowish type field all over the place. All right, I don't think it really fits for like, you know, being inside of summer still. All right, but you know, for just like 2 weeks, it could be a really cool event. All right, let's take a look at these pets here. We got the penguin, okay, we got the muskox, all right, the Shimalondon, all right, I don't think I'm saying that right, bro, but someone Smilodon, wait, I think that's a lot better. All right, anyway, correct me inside the comments below if I'm wrong, okay? And then we got the woolly mammoth. All right, I know how to say that one. And of course the yeti. All right, the yeti honestly looks super cool, guys. Okay, if we take a look at the actual egg itself, this looks really similar to the rare summer egg, okay, which has a similar color and a similar design, except it does not have like the snowflake on the front of it. Okay, so yeah, we got some really cool stuff here. All right, and let me know down inside the comments below if you are hyped about this particular part. But we cannot say for 100% certain, all right, what these new pets would do. You guys can leave it down inside the comments below what you guys think that they would do. All right, I bet at least some of them would give like the chilled effect or something like that. I know we do have some pets that do something similar to that. Another thing we want to pay attention to, all right, is that price tag. Okay, 100 million shekels, guys. That is a lot of money there. So if this update is officially coming out, which I'm like 99% sure it will, then you guys should be saving up your money to be able to get these very expensive eggs. Another thing that we have, okay, is the egg incubator, okay? What this egg incubator is projected to do is when you place an egg inside of the machine, it costs 50 billion shekels to start the incubator. The pet hatch speed is doubled and has a 5% chance to hatch with a mutation and a 2.5% bigger size chance, okay? Honestly, I do like the idea of the incubator. However, I think that the reward for the cost is, well, just not really worth it, okay? If we're looking at this thing, I would like it if you're spending 50 billion shekels that you would have a better chance to actually get yourself, you know, like some rarer pets, guys, in it. And I feel like a 5% chance to actually get a mutation is simply not enough for 50 billion shekels. Especially because it costs like 100 times less to get yourself a mutation just normally. All right, you do have to get to level 50 to get a pet mutation. All right, but again, it only costs 500 million. I feel like it's much easier to get a pet to level 50 and then get the 500 million and get, you know, whatever mutation you want. All right, rather than getting 50 whole billion shekels to throw it inside of an incubator. Also, the hatch speed being doubled, I feel like I don't really care about that. All right, honestly, you know, the hatch speeds really aren't that long. I feel like you could just wait for it, bro, or use a pet to speed it up. And a 2.5% bigger chance. Come on, that needs to be like 20% at least, bro. But other than that, guys, I really do like the incubator idea, okay? I feel like we're really missing something like this. The next thing that we have, all right, is actually some sort of storage, like an inventory system. I understand, well, that we do have a whole inventory here. However, guys, all right, as this post actually suggests, there is a lot of problems with the inventory, all right? Whether you're a new player or a seasoned pro, guys, you're gonna have a problem with your inventory. One thing that I've occasionally run into is actually inside of my inventory, I don't have enough room for all my pets. I got so many pets, okay, and I open up so many eggs, okay, that I simply do not have enough room for all of them, guys. All right, I need some sort of inventory system and not simply just giving it over to an alt account, guys. So in this post, you can see that it is a big chest, guys. This chest would be used where you can store items that you don't really need as of that point right now, and you can always go back and get more, all right? It was not certain if this thing would actually have, well, like an inventory size limit to it, but of course that can be implemented very easily. A pet reclaimer has also been suggested, which would work a lot like the pet incubator, except once you actually have a pet inside your inventory, guys, you need to get it to around level 40, okay? Then you could throw it inside of the pet reclaimer. It would actually consume the pet, making you lose it, and then you would actually get that egg back, guys. So, for example, if I threw in whatever pet that I just had, all right, let's say this Echo Frog. I threw in this Echo Frog because it's level 40, all right. I spent 100 million shekels or whatever it is, okay, and then I actually have to wait a certain amount of time, and I get a night egg out of it. I can then use this night egg to potentially open it up and potentially get a raccoon from it. And of course, well, we might actually have a new fishing event, guys. All right, some sort of fishing event, okay, a pond inside of the middle of the shop. Here's what it actually looks like, guys. All right, so you can see that it is a fishing shack here. The NPC here would be some sort of fisherman, and it'd probably work like, well, the same way as all of these other events. Here's what the new plant looks like, guys. A potentially new seed that could honestly be insane, guys. So it says, all right, in this aquatic realm, fruits shaped like rods have begun to grow. Harvesting these 1 to 5 shards used to craft fishing tools. A new area with docks and shallow ponds. Talk to the old fishermen to combine shards into tools, alright, and trade caught creatures for more tools. And you can buy special seeds every 30 minutes, guys. If you also look inside of the background, you can see that it's a whole new map. Instead of just being a floating island like how it usually is, guys, it actually will be like a island that is inside of an ocean. You know how a normal island works, and not like a grow-up garden island. We also got some new seeds leaked as well. You can see here the berry palm tree, which honestly looks really cool. It'll definitely match the theme of this like island weather, guys. All right, honestly, super cool. And then we also have like this jelly blossom here, all right? As you can see, its fruits are jellies. Its fruits are jellyfish, all right, actually hanging down. And again, this would fit not only the aquatic event, guys, but also like this whole island, you know, beach theme that we got going on. So me personally, I'm really hyped about this, guys, but please leave down inside the comments below what you guys think that this thing is actually going to be and how hyped you are about it, guys, okay? But anyway, that is going to be it for this video. If you guys all did enjoy, make sure you guys all hit that like button, subscribe, and of course turn on those notifications. I'll see you guys on the next video. Love you guys all. Peace out, and of course, goodbye.